Okay, so Arkansas Republican Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders signs a bill into law this week that rolls back a number of child labor protections across the state, including a measure that had required employers, this is according to CNN, required employers to obtain a work certificate for children under the age of 16. Now they don't have to. The governor believes, this is the spokesperson talking now, the governor believes that protecting kids is most important. Yeah, sure. But this permit was an arbitrary burden on parents to get permission from the government for their child to get a job. That's this Alexa Henning, that's the spokesperson. She says also, all child labor laws that actually protect children still apply, and we expect businesses to comply just as they are required to do now. But, as you just heard, children under the age of 16 no longer have to get permission from their parents to get a job. I understand. Okay, no, I don't understand. I understand trying to alleviate some burden for parents, but a permission for your child to be somewhere that's not home or school, that's not a burden. I would like to know that information. Please burden me with the information of where my child is. My child can just walk up at the age of 13 and get a job at Kohl's. Now, hopefully, these companies have a rule now that says you have to be 18 to work here or something of that nature, because the companies can still impose their own stuff, right? So, how's this going to work out? Is this going to be a disaster, or will all be well and we're just freaking out for nothing? Because, mind you, one Republican state will always mimic another Republican state. Somebody else will do it, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. Let's do this first. Let's go here. We're going to go crystal chip time and see what they say. Is this going to be a disaster, or how will this work out? How will this work out? How will this work out? So, built up areas, maybe during the hotter months, this is going to be common to where you're going to see a lot of children and a lot of jobs here. It's in the rural areas where it's less effective because their kids work anyway. So it's not going to be said. This is what's going to draw the most attention in the built up areas during the hot months. It's going to draw a lot of attention. There's also a lot of attention from another state coming in this too. So another governor is about to mimic this somewhere on the east going up. So maybe one of the Carolinas or something like that. So going upwards, someone is going to mimic the same thing. It is going to draw a lot of criticism, but the criticism doesn't change anything. And it falls flat eventually to where this eventually either becomes a non-issue or the story just goes away. There's nothing that circles back around and makes her accountable. So we'll see. I don't think that wasn't necessary, mind you, Miss Huckabee, what's her name? Huckin something Sanders. It wasn't necessary, but we'll see. Now let's try with the title and see what it says. See if it mimics the same message here. Will this be a disaster, or are we overreacting? Or what? Let's see. First card, the Three of Wands. The Devil. So something approaches. It's not a good thing. The Five of Swords. There's some bullying and defeat. This is done just because. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, she's doing this to make a statement that she has power. That's all this is. The Judgment and the Queen of Swords. Somebody vindictive, though, is going to try to stand in your way. The Star. Two of Wands and the Chariot. It moves on. It keeps going. It's not she's going to be challenged by somebody here, but it does nothing because she is just waving her pen about. That's all she's doing. Showing people she can. That's it. This has nothing to do with lifting a burden off of children. This is just, oh, Nebraska's going through their thing. Let me lift my child laws too. So that's all this is. Something is approaching. She's planning. Someone here, vindictive, is planning. I will say vindictive. It's not really vindictive. They're trying to stand up for children, but there's something there. But she moves on. She has a victory in this. This story becomes obsolete eventually. Something does circle back around, give you some attention though, but we'll see.